Hello there, guys. Hope you're doing well. Yesterday, I did a poll in the Facebook group about a new case study site that I'm thinking of working on. And this is a site that I bought from Motion Invest. So I asked you guys if you would be interested in following along while I try and grow the site. And I'm also going to reveal the domain name if you're interested. So most of you said yes. So here I am. Now, in this short presentation, what I'm going to do is tell you about the site. I'm also going to tell you why I bought the site, how it's going with it, where it is now, and then in the end, I'm also going to reveal the domain name so you can go and check it out. So let's get started. The site that I bought is in the pets niche, specifically in the rabbit niche. So the entire site is about rabbit. And I bought it on 15th September from Motion Invest for $5,800. And at that point in time, the site was making $139 per month from Amazon Affiliate Network. So Amazon Affiliate is where there are links to Amazon Affiliate in the content in the site. And when a reader clicks on that link and goes to Amazon and buys something, then they get some commission from it. So that was the primary way the site was making money. I bought this site. If you work with these numbers, 139 per month, and bought it for $5,800, the multiple comes out to be around 42x monthly income. This is not too high. This is actually the ongoing multiple right now, especially for these lower priced sites. So right now, if you look at these broker platforms, you will see that the multiple ranges from 35x to 50x. So 42x was all right with me. So I bought this site, and at that time it had 99 articles, and most of these articles were informational content, which is again something that I prefer because I make most of my money using display ads. So because this site perfectly fits in my portfolio, I thought I can buy the site and see if I can grow it. Now, why I bought this site again? First is because it was not too expensive. This is the kind of money where I can take a risk, I can experiment, and there is a possibility things can go south. This site may not work out, but in case that happens, then I'm okay to take that hit. I'm okay to lose the money. But I thought this site was a good addition in my portfolio. I usually build sites that are a little broader than one specific pet. So if I'm to build a site, then I would probably build it in the small pets niche where it can include rabbits and gerbils and guinea pigs and all these other small pets. But in this case, I thought that this site, because it has already been in existence for more than a year, because it is already making money, it would be a good opportunity. The reason I like this site was because, again, as I said, I make most of my money through display ads, and this site is a good candidate for display ad income. Although the seller was not making a lot of money with display ads, I don't know if he was making any money or not, because the email that I could retrieve for Motion Invest, it says that most of the money, actually all the money, came from Amazon affiliate only. But I see that there are other rabbit sites, the decent rabbit sites that are in AdThrive and MediaWine ad network. So I'm assuming that they're making decent money from display ad. So that is what I plan to do with the site. I also like that it was already ranking. Many of the keywords were already ranking. Many of the articles were already ranking. Now, what it tells me is that Google has somehow considered this site as a credible source for rabbit information. Now, I'm not saying that this is an authority for it, but at least Google would consider ranking the articles from this site. So now if I go ahead and I add more articles to it, then there is a possibility then these articles would be ranking in Google. So that again is a good thing for me. Uh, I've already done the research because I was interested in starting a sites about small pets. I'm familiar with the niche. When I was growing up, we had rabbits for a few months, so I've touched rabbits, I've taken care of them, so I know about it. And till a few years ago, I used to have guinea pigs, so I had them for 6-7 years. So they're very closely related with rabbits, although those are rodents. But guinea pigs and the kind of care you need when you have a guinea pig and a rabbit is very similar. The kind of bedding, their cage, their food, the kind of grooming, it's very similar. So I thought, because I already have some experience with it, it would be a good niche. I usually do not go for niches where I have no idea about it. For example, if it is a site, let's say, about drilling, or a site about painting or arts and craft, then I would stay away from it because I'm not familiar with those niche. This one I am familiar with. And another good reason for this is because this is easy to outsource, which means that I do not need to hire someone who's an expert in Rabbit, or I don't need to have a vet write for me. I can hire any general writer, or I can hire a content agency, and then they can write this kind of content for me, because this is not, I'm not writing about rabbit diseases or treatments. I'm writing about basic stuff that anyone who has had rabbit can write about. One more thing that I really liked was that the traffic that was coming to the site was well distributed on all the pages that were ranking, which means that if there are 99 articles on the site, then about 20 pages are getting decent traffic. It's not that only top 2 or top 5 articles are getting most traffic. About 20 pages were getting decent traffic. Now this is good because in case a Google update happens or I lose a couple of rankings on these articles, then not all my traffic would be wiped off. I would still be down, but I would still have decent number of articles that would be ranking. Maybe if I slip from 1 to 3rd position on 5 articles, I would still have 15 articles that are ranking as is and bringing in decent traffic. So that is a good thing for me. Now, let me talk about my initial plan, what I had or what I have when I bought the site. The first thing that I noticed was that the content was well researched. It was good quality content, but it was not well written. So the grammar was incorrect in many places. The sentence construction was not right. Sometimes I felt that there was too much keyword stuffing being done there just to uh, quickly rank on Google. So I decided that I need to improve the existing content. So the first thing I did when I got the site, so I got the site transferred in 2 days. And the first thing I did was I made an Excel sheet, a Google sheet, and I list down all the URLs and started reviewing those articles and see which of those articles would need to be redone. And in this case, I think most of the articles need to be redone. I think there were only 4 or 5 articles that were all right. Rest all the articles had to be rewritten. So I placed an order with Content Development Pros. This is a content agency I use, and I placed an order for $3,000 for 100,000 words for rewriting these articles. So I've not told them that they're rewriting this content, but I've given them the same topics that are there on the site. So they write the content about the same topics. Then I myself would merge the content. So that's something that I'm doing right now. But once this is done, my plan is to add about 100 to 150 more articles to the site. And once this is done, I'm hoping that it would get to a decent traffic level where I can add it to MediaVine or AdThrive. Right now, the site is added to Ezoic. I've just added it a few days ago, and I have sites on all the 3 platforms. I have sites with Ezoic, MediaVine, and AdThrive, and I can definitely say that MediaVine and AdThrive are way better than Ezoic. No matter what Ezoic spokespeople or no matter what other people say, I've seen that whenever I transfer sites from Ezoic to MediaVine, there's a huge bump in RPM, in revenue, which sticks. It's not that it's a temporary thing, it sticks there. A few days ago, I transferred 2 sites from Ezoic to AdThrive, and my RPM has doubled. So I know that MediaVine and AdThrive are good platforms, better platforms, but because I do not have the numbers for it, I have the site on Ezoic. And it's very good of Ezoic to allow me to add newer sites to their platform so that I can start monetizing those sites. For MediaVine, I would need 50,000 sessions, which is a long way for me to go. And AdThrive, I would need 30,000 page views because I'm already on the AdThrive network. So if you already have one site with them, then your second site only needs 30,000 page views. So again, something that would take time for me to do. But in the meantime, the site is being monetized with Ezoic. And once this is done, once the articles are improved and I have added more content, I also plan to build some links to it. So I'm assuming this would be 5, 6, 7 months down the line. Now, I'm not one of those people who would say that links are useless and you do not need links and organic links would come. I know links are important. I know links move the needle, but I'm also not one of those guys who would say you need to always keep on doing link building. So in my case, what I usually do is I have these informational content side. I would have the articles ready, and when these articles are ranking in the top 30, top 20 range on Google, then I would build some links, and those links would push these articles on the top page, which would get me some decent traffic. Now, this is something that I would have to evaluate only at that point in time. I may build 5 links, I may build 10 links, I may build 10 links, and then after a few months build links again. So I'm not one of those people who would keep on building links like a maniac, but I'm also not going to just leave it and think that the links would come. It is not that case. So I'm going to build links later. Now let me talk about the site evaluation. This is very important because this is like my blueprint of where I want this site to go. What is the point where I say that this site is successful? Now, what I've done is I've bought the site for $5,800. So this is money already spent. This is the money which I've already placed in order with Content Development Pro. So $3,000 for improving the content. Again, money that I've already spent. I'm assuming that I have to spend around $5,000 for new content. So 100 and 150 articles. I'm assuming I can get 150 articles for $5,000. Now I can place another order with Content Development Pros, or I can use Word Agents or Writer's Access. These are the two agencies that I also use. So I'm assuming with $5,000, I'll get to 150 additional content pieces. And then I have earmarked $2,000 for links. Now, I can build the links myself, but I don't want to. I don't want to spend the time doing that. I can hire someone. Again, something I would have to train that person. I most probably I'm going to outsource this to a link agency where they would build these links for me. So I'll talk about it when I'm in the process of building links. Now, if I combine all these costs, it comes out to be $15,800, which I need to spend on this site to get 250 content pieces. 100 are already there, about 99 are there, and 150 more articles with some links. And with this much money spent, and because I'm in India, I need to pay GST on every expense that I make. My total expense would be somewhere around $18,644. Now, with this much expense, how do I know how much money I need to make monthly to know that I'm in the break-even zone? And that would be $627. Now, the way I have come up with this is, if I make $627 and considering a conservative multiple of 35x, I would be able to sell this site for this much money. So this means that if I make this much money on a monthly basis, then I break even. Now, I also know that any platform where I list the site are going to take a commission from me. So this price includes that commission. So if you multiply this by 35, you get a value somewhere around $21,000. And if you deduct the 15% commission of the broker, then you get this money, which is the total cost that I've spent on building this site. Now, I'm not counting the value of my own time, but if I just consider these costs, then my aim is to reach $627 per month with this site so that I would break even. Now, the site is making $139 when I bought it, and I need to take it to $627, something that I don't think should be too difficult. But again, we'll see. So let me talk about the things that I have already done. I got the site, and that site was using newspaper theme, so I changed it to GeneratePress. I use a premium GeneratePress theme. I like it. It's very clean. It's easy to manage. So I changed the theme, and after that, I improved 61 articles so far. So I got this content from Content Development Pros, and as I get these articles, I keep on improving these. Now, many people would tell you that you should not touch the articles that are already ranking in the top position or in the top 3 position. I've still gone ahead and I've changed these articles, and I know that it can have an impact on the rankings and the traffic, and there's a good possibility that the traffic would go down. We'll actually talk about the traffic in the next slide. But I have still gone ahead and changed the top ranking articles because I thought that the English was not correct, or there was a lot of keyword stuffing or Amazon affiliate link stuffing in there. So I've improved those articles. And after I'm done improving the 99 articles, then I'm going to add more content to it. So I'm hoping that even if the traffic goes down, I would be able to recover it. I've added the site to Ezoic 5 days ago. Again, I'm going to talk about it and how it's doing. And I am also in the process of adding my own Amazon affiliate links. Now, the seller was using Amazon affiliate as their main source of income for this site. And I somehow noticed that there was a lot of link stuffing in the content. So there were some sentences that were written with the sole purpose of adding an Amazon affiliate link. In some cases, those sentences just does not make any sense. So I'm removing those parts, and I'm adding my own Amazon affiliate links, but I'm not just replacing it. I'm only adding my links where it makes sense. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to drastically reduce my Amazon affiliate income because I'm removing the number of Amazon links and adding less number of links. But I'm okay with it because I plan to make most of my money using display ads for this site. Now let's talk about the traffic situation. As I mentioned, because I have changed the top ranking articles as well, I have lost some of the rankings and my traffic is down. So if you look at the last 30 days, so this blue line represents the traffic for the last 30 days, and the orange one represents the 30 days before the last 30 days. And my traffic is down by 36%. Now, I know why this has happened. The first thing, again, I cannot be 100% sure, but there could be two possible reasons. First is that I changed the theme. In most cases, I've seen no impact when I change the theme from any other theme to GeneratePress, but in this case, there could be an impact. And the second one obviously is that I have changed the articles. So some of the articles that might have been ranking in the top position might have slipped down to the second, third, or maybe the fifth position. So that has impacted my traffic. I know this. I'm not panicking about it because I know this was going to happen and I hoped it would not, but it did happen. And I'm hoping that I would be able to recover the traffic. Now you see here on 4th November, the traffic went down to zero. Now this was not a ranking issue. This was a hosting issue. The site was currently hosted with WPX, and when I bought the site, then the seller was also hosting the site on WPX. So when I asked them to migrate the site, they said that instead of me giving them the backup and they uploading it, they would simply migrate the site from the seller to my account. Now I'm okay with it, and we did it that way. But somehow I have a feeling that some of the settings of my seller's account carry forwarded to my account. Now, I'm not technical. I don't know if this is possible. This is something that I just feel. But one day, suddenly, I get this email from Uptime Robot that my site is not working. And I reached out to WPX. They say that my site's domain name is now not pointing to the domain names of WPX, which was weird because it was working for the past 30 days just fine. I worked on the site on 3rd November, and on 4th November it was just down. So I asked them what was the solution, and they said I should go back to the registrar where I have the domain name, which is Namecheap in this case, and change the name servers again. I changed it, and they asked me to wait for 48 hours. Now it just didn't make sense to me, and to be honest, this should not be happening in the first place. So I moved this site from WPX to Kinsta. I gave them the backup. They had the site up and running in 4 hours, and everything is fine now. So I still think WPX is a very good hosting. They are very good, very responsive, but sometimes these issues happen. Kinsta is working well for me, so I'm going to keep this site on Kinsta. Now you would also notice that when I moved the site to Kinsta, so 5th November is when I moved it to Kinsta, the traffic came back up. Now it's increasing a little bit. I'm not sure if it is because of Kinsta or not, but at least I see some improvement in the traffic. So I hope this sticks and the traffic goes back to the going up trend, but we'll see how it moves. And finally, talking about Ezoic, I just added this site 5 days ago on Ezoic, and it is making somewhere around $1.5 to $2 a day. So that would be $50 to $60 in a month. Now, Ezoic takes a little bit of time because the inventory is getting built up, and Ezoic is going to work in the backend and see what are the right positions to show ads and what are the right kind of ads to be shown. So I'm hoping this income would go up. But even if it goes up to, let's say, $3 a day, I can end up with somewhere between $60 to $80 in a month. And with Amazon affiliate, the income is really down. I've removed a lot of Amazon affiliate links. So my Amazon affiliate income as of now is somewhere around $10 a month, maybe even less than that. I didn't check. So from $139, I've somehow managed to cut down the traffic by 40% and the income by around 50%. So not a good position to be in, but I am doing what I believe is the right way to do it. I'm improving the content. I'm going to add more content and hoping that the traffic would go up. So again, because I'm doing this case study, I am going to keep on doing it for the next few months, and I'll keep on sharing the update with you. Now, revealing the domain name. So let's get to it. The site is called whyrabbits.com. So you can go, you can check it out. You can see how the site looks, the theme, how the articles are. I'm still in the process of improving the articles, so you may also see some of the articles that are not very well written as compared to the ones that I have written. And if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments here on Facebook, and I will try and keep sharing the updates about this site. And we'll see where it goes. I'm again with the little bit of experience that I have, I am hoping that I will be able to recover the traffic and grow it in the next few months. But we'll see where it goes. So go check it out and let me know if you have any questions.